The show lights are bright, we keep that dark shit backstage. We make it all seem alright cause we're of that age. It's tons of ashtrays and tons of smoking cards. Tons of pain, I slice my skin on a broken heart. But it's all for art, it's all for bad religion. It's all for 3-second highs like it's badminton. It's all for bathrooms and hidden flask and bags. It's all for good girls who love the way we're acting bad. What doesn't kill us has hardly made us stronger. And every single hour that passes is feeling longer. Yeah, the hourglass is pouring and the grains are getting smaller. And the drinks are coming quicker, now I'm staring at, oh yeah.
Before starting this program, I was coming off of a shoulder injury that took me out of training for 5 whole months. I'd also been on a vegan diet for 10 months at the time, and I got started the day that the gyms opened after the first lockdown. This was my physique on day 1, you know, very bloated with little to no definition, and yeah, just really not looking too great. So I started everything that same day. So I went straight onto a keto diet at 2,400 calories a day. I joined a new gym in the city, which meant biking 6 miles there and 6 miles back home every single day. You know, it was the perfect warm-up. Before I get into the timeline and talk about how I trained month by month, I'm first going to break down my supplement routine that I stuck to over the 4-month period. If you want to skip ahead, everything is marked on the timeline. I started every morning the same way, so I took a multivitamin with my breakfast and 2 cod liver tablets. Throughout training, I sipped a 2-scoop BCAA shake, and right after the workout, I drank a 30-gram protein shake. I'd always take meal 2 with me, and I'd have that right after having a shower. Meal number 3 I'd have about 2 hours after that, and I'd take another multivitamin at around 6 o'clock with dinner, and had meal number 5 at around 9 o'clock every night. Before bed, I drank a 2-scoop L-glutamine shake. This is another branched chain amino acid. And I also took 2 ZMA pills. As you can imagine, going from literally never taking any supplements in my whole life to taking all of this 7 days a week, it took a little bit of getting used to, that's for sure. I was on a push-pull leg split, which was 6 days a week, and I also trained my abs every single day. I broke these down by doing obliques one day, I do lower abs the next, and then a full ab workout the day after that. By day 24, I was really starting to take shape. The keto diet I was on was very restrictive. It was a high-fat, virtually zero carb diet. I allowed myself absolutely no cheat days throughout the 4-month period. However, I would have a carb day once a week. I kept the food very healthy and ate nothing but nutrient-dense foods. The carb day was solely to reset my metabolism and to keep it in check. And I also cut sugar out of my diet completely over the 4 months. It's important to note that I weighed out absolutely everything. Supplements, food, everything. This way I could keep track of exactly how much I was eating, and I was leaving absolutely nothing to guesstimation. Throughout the day, on every single day, I would drink at least 6 litres of water every day, and around 4 to 6 green teas every single day too. For the first month, I primarily focused on explosive training. Explosive exercises, progressive heavy lifting, and I supersetted literally everything, every single session. I kept the rest times very short at a strict 30 seconds between exercises, but I'd give myself around 45 seconds for the heavier lifts. I kept the sessions very intense in order to get a really good burn and to expend as many calories as I could throughout the sessions. Going into month 2, I realised that I had my calories way too low in the first month, so I upped them to about 3,100 calories in total. I was still maintaining the 5 meals spread throughout the day and the carb day once a week. I started to progressively add more weight into each session. You know, my shoulder was feeling great and I was only getting stronger with each session. The sessions still revolved around supersets, but I also threw in more heavy sessions, bodybuilding sessions, and a full body workout here and there to completely shock the body. I actually recorded some of these full days if you want to get an idea of how they looked on the day. By day 60, my body had done a complete 180. The physique you see here was after doing a 2-hour classic Arnold chest and back session. By month 3, I'd upped my calories to about 5,000 calories in total, and I was making the sessions progressively heavier. Still maintaining the push-pull leg split, but with less supersets and more weight added to each working set. The rest times had gone up from 30 seconds to 45 seconds to a minute roughly between sets to account for the extra weight and to make sure I was getting the most out of the sessions. This was the physique from the end of the 3rd month. I feel like I had shredded down slightly compared to day 60. Not by much, but the physique was definitely getting to a place I had in mind at the beginning. The 4th month was a shredding month. My calories dropped back down to 2400 calories a day. I threw 4 fat burning pills into the mix every single day, and I started doing intense HIIT sessions every 2nd to 3rd day to burn as much fat as possible. I had around 1 week to train in the gym before the 2nd lockdown hit. To combat this, I actually bought some adjustable dumbbells in advance and completed the last 3 weeks at home. You know, I wasn't making any excuses. I'd come this far and I wasn't going to let a lack of equipment stop me. The goal was to lose 4 pounds in total by the end of the month, but after weighing myself at the end of the 1st week, I had already burned 4 pounds. So I had the choice to either slow down or to up my calories. And I wasn't going to slow down. I now had 9 days left of the program to go, and I wanted to follow Zac's steps as accurately as I could. On his final 9 days before he started shooting, he went on a strict diet of absolutely no carbs or sugar, just organic, free-range protein and leafy greens. There's no way to know exactly what he ate, but I ended up settling on plain chicken breast, free-range egg whites, spinach and kale for the final 9 days. This is my physique on day 120. This was as soon as I woke up, no workout. And just keep in mind, I hadn't eaten any carbs whatsoever over the past 9 days. One thing I want to point out, and something that you've probably already noticed yourself, is that one side of my abs look more defined than the other. So this is purely due to genetics. Because I'm predominantly right-legged, the abs on my left side of my body are used more often, causing an uneven ab effect. Another thing to keep in mind is that the lighting at my house wasn't great. I also kept tabs on how much this program cost me from day to day. From the gym membership, supplements, food, literally like everything. Here is the total for the full 4-month period. To conclude, I realised that after finishing the program that I had made a few mistakes with training, with diet. There are a few things I would definitely do differently if I could go back and start again. I was in a calorie deficit for the majority of the program without even realising it, but I still managed to gain some muscle, which is great. It really makes me wonder though, just how much of a better transformation could I have had everything been on point. I also realised that I'd been weighing out my meat raw rather than cooked, so this actually put me in even more of a deficit than I actually originally thought. To add on to that, I completely cut carbs out of my diet for the full 4 months, other than the 1 day a week. This really isn't optimal for muscle growth. You need carbs for optimal muscle growth, not to mention recovery. But you live and you learn, and that's what these challenges are for, right? Another thing that was detrimental to the muscle gain was riding 6 miles into the gym and 6 miles back right after training. This was arguably the most counterproductive thing that I did throughout the program, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's say that I just did biceps at the gym, and I leave the gym with a crazy pump in my biceps, and I lose that pump because I start cycling and all the blood goes from the bicep to my legs. Therefore, I don't get the benefit of the pump, resulting in less gains overall. For these reasons, I want to go back and do it all over again, but do it the right way, the most optimal way that I can. And don't get me wrong, I'm super happy with the results I got at the end of this. However, they could have been so much better. Since finishing the program, I've actually been in contact with Zac's trainer, Patrick Murphy. I've gotten guidance from him and also purchased everything to do with the program and transformation from his website. This includes training, diet, supplements, rep schemes, the works. I'm gonna do this program again, except this time I'll be doing it in a more optimal way and I'll see some insane results. If that's something you'd like to see, I'd really appreciate if you'd let me know in the comment below and give me a sub so you don't miss any uploads. That's it from me today, guys. See you in the next one.